Hey, it's Marina, travel experta. Today, we're going to be talking about Casa Santo Domingo and Tenedor in Antigua, Guatemala. Are you guys ready for an adventure? Let's begin. Casa Santo Domingo is probably one of the most luxurious, most unique hotels in Guatemala overall. Definitely in Antigua, Guatemala. It is an iconic hotel which is built into these incredible ruins. It is definitely one of the most special, unique places in Antigua because it is structured with these ruins. It is a five-star hotel. They do have restaurants, so you don't have to stay in the hotel. There's a lot of different rooms that you could choose from, and only the people who are staying in the hotel overnight have access to the pool and a few other facilities. However, you can just come for a dinner. Their dinners, they have this amazingly gorgeous, one of the most beautiful restaurants I personally have ever visited, inside, encompassed within the ruins. The food, I always get very disenchanted with the food. Here they have this spectacular place. However, the food isn't spectacular. It's okay. Honestly, it's not even that memorable, but it's the experience of being. And I always wonder, if you have this amazing place, why not make the food even more elevated and spectacular? But interestingly enough, that is really not the case. At least for me, it's not. They do have several restaurants in the hotel area. One of them is a sushi place, and it's a great little sushi spot. It's not like a huge variety of sushi, but you can enjoy some sushi there, and the atmosphere is nice. It's not as beautiful as the actual restaurant because the restaurant itself is within the ruins. So the cool thing is the hotel is part of a really huge property that has catacombs, ruins that you can visit. It's also one of the most popular, probably most expensive places to have a wedding, or a different kind of a ceremony where you could rent out the whole ruins and they just make it spectacular. They also have these event rooms that are also to die for. So if you come to Antigua, a visit to Santo Domingo is pretty much like a staple thing that you will do simply because it is so beautiful. And you could just go enjoy a drink there. You don't have to spend the night there. You don't have to eat a dinner there because it is not a cheap experience, right? Like it is a pricey experience. Santo Domingo, the owners also have this like hill leaving a little bit outside of Antigua. It's still totally part of Antigua. And you could go up to the top, and there they have another restaurant called Tenedor. Now, Tenedor restaurant, it's a totally different kitchen, and the food there is much better. And for us, that's where we prefer to go. And the views are spectacular. You get to see the three volcanoes, Fuego, Acatenango, and Pacaya, right there in front of you. They have a museum, so you can go and see at different galleries, museums, and they have this huge aviary as well on top that you could visit. And it's fantastic for kids and families because they have a beautiful, huge playground as well. And this is all part of Tenedor. It's the same owners, and you can actually get a shuttle from Santo Domingo to take you to Tenedor. On top of the Tenedor mountain or hill, they also have a residential where they have homes. But what's interesting is that they have a whole section where you could rent out like streamers, these trailers that are very luxurious with jacuzzis, and they also have villas that you could rent out as well. And they don't, you can certainly walk to Tenedor restaurant, which is right there. And Tenedor restaurant is a really big property, but if you want to just enjoy being in this air streamer or in the villa, you could have room service delivered to you as well. Again, this is definitely not, middle budget, definitely not low budget. This is the higher budget, higher end of staying and visiting Antigua for everything like the food, the hotel stays. They also have a canopy. but it is definitely fantastic. So if you can't afford the full on experience or even like having a full meal, just getting a drink in Santo Domingo and also getting a drink in Tenedor to seeing the sunsets, or it's just fabulous. It's definitely something that I really recommend that everybody does at least one time while they are visiting Antigua, Guatemala. If you guys have visited this place, I would love to hear your feedback on it. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends, leave me a review, and remember to make every day an adventure.